This is Cycrene's Bindery, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, we're doing lives here on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central. So make sure you mark it on your calendar so you do not miss out. Let's get started with the first question of the day, and that is getting more crypto. As we watch the news, and if you hopefully you've been paying attention, that all the big players have been buying up crypto like crazy. Very interesting that all these big entities that have been gunning or going against cryptocurrencies for the last, I don't know, 10 years are now buying it and openly buying cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin. Hint, hint, hint. So most people, when they see this sort of thing, they see the bad news and they see the bad, this is going to fall apart and that's going to fall apart. This is the indicator that you should be buying more. Not financial advice, of course, but this is the rule that me and the wife live by. When everybody's afraid, be greedy. And when everybody's greedy, be afraid. And if you've been at this for any length of time, you'll start to see this pattern occur every time. Every time there's a pump in price, everybody's get this crazy crypto buying fever, where everybody should have been buying previously. When you buy when everybody's excited, it always tops out and everybody buys at the top, and then it drops. And everybody, it didn't work for me. That's because you didn't follow the rule. When everybody's afraid, be greedy. When everybody's greedy, be afraid. So right now we got all kinds of SEC stuff. We got the banks, saying naughty things against this country says this and that country says that. That is only there for you to be scared. And what's the first rule? When everybody's afraid, be greedy. Because we already know that cryptocurrencies are going to win. Doesn't matter what's happening right now. Cryptocurrencies in the end will win. And as I've poured over information from other sources, other psychics that I trust, that cryptocurrencies, there's a plan in place. And it's to do with Ethereum. Ethereum will be the backbone to many of the other cryptocurrencies because of that it can do contracts. And that's the basic difference between a Bitcoin and Ethereum is Ethereum can do contracts on top of its blockchain. Where Bitcoin, even though it does have a second level thing that it can do contracts, very basic ones, its main function is to hold value over time, where Ethereum doesn't as well. Before you get all those angry comments in the comment section, that's the difference between the two. One holds value better than anything else, and that is Bitcoin. Ethereum, it does it, but not as well. It's better at doing contracts and fulfilling those contracts in a meaningful way. Many of the things that the tokens that go on top of Ethereum are contract based. So you have to think of why they're building out this new system, because we already know the old system is collapsing. Unless you've been living under a rock, the old system's collapsing. This is why in the future, and it's coming up very quickly, that everything is going to be on the blockchain. Even the guys from BlackRock had stated that everything will be tokenized. Everything in the world will be on a blockchain. So you can be buying parts of a house, parts of a painting, parts of a car, fractions, right? Everything will be tokenized. And when BlackRock finally said that, it's like, we already knew that, but most of the population doesn't understand what's going on. Let's have a look at what cryptocurrencies are going to be doing in the next little while. Let's say from 2023 to 2025, let's say. And I think there's going to be some huge gains out there for cryptocurrencies in this time period coming from now to 2030. We're going to have some huge gains, and the next two happenings for Bitcoin are going to be major ones if you've been paying attention. No other time in history with Bitcoin have we noticed all these big players getting in and buying that cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin. Okay, it doesn't go up and down because they're buying it over the counter, which doesn't affect the price. Okay, so if they did the same amount of buying on the exchanges, the price would skyrocket. Okay, the main reason they do it over the counter is they don't want the price to go up because they want it at a cheap price. Hopefully you're understanding this. At some point, there's going to be some buying pressure. Okay, supply and demand, especially with Bitcoin, because it's a limited amount of coins that are being produced, where there's going to be that squeeze. And that's going to be what's going to be happening in April. Now that you have everybody's excited about Bitcoin again, and they want to get the Bitcoin. And of course, people don't pay attention. They buy it at the top. They always do, unless you're smart. And then the price goes through the roof because you have very little supply for the demand, right? So let's throw some cards down to see what's going to be happening, especially to Bitcoin in the next little while. And we already have some good questions coming up on my screen, I see. So the health of the cryptocurrency market from today to 2030 is going to be okay. Of course, there's going to be a whole bunch of bumps in the road and all that sort of thing. Great buying opportunities for you going forward, not financial advice, of course. So from today to 2030, we're going to have huge increases in price of especially Bitcoin. Okay. Looking at our second card here, the financial part of things. And it's going to be where everybody's going to be getting in at the next happening, of course, as they always do. Okay. It's that 4-year cycle that always happens with Bitcoin, and it's happening because it's roughly every 4 years, right? So in the next happening, we're going to be exploding in price because of buying pressure, and everything else is going to go to poop. Okay. European money, Canadian money, US money, it's all going to poop. Okay, and this is why they're trying to do the CBDCs to keep you entrapped in their currency system because they want control over you. They want that power over you. It's no secret. And they want to keep you away from cryptocurrencies, which would allow you freedom. Unless you don't like freedom, then you can continue with the old system. But the old system is quickly dying. And we're seeing this with the moves from the BRICS and other countries that are going away from the American currency, which was the king, or is still the king, and it's quickly diminishing. So where do you put your money, your hard-earned money, to keep it safe? probably gold, silver, cryptos, something along those lines. So basically the reading is, yes, it's going to do very well. It's going to be all over the road health-wise as it readjusts itself for the changing markets as we go into 2030. The prices are going to be astronomical for that period of time, because everybody will start to see that cryptocurrencies are the best place to park your money, not financial advice, gold and silver, and if you can get your hands on it, some property. Okay? And it's going to have to be looked after by us, not by some entity. Stop thinking that some entity is going to be coming along and protecting everybody. We're going to have to learn to do things ourselves. If you're looking for the great savior to come, he's not coming, and you're going to be waiting a long time when it comes to financial world. Okay? So keep this in mind as we move towards a new civilization, our new great awakening, which will need a new money system that will accommodate that. Okay? So the ones to look for would be Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP. I mean, I don't like XRP myself. Chainlink, and what was it? Bitcoin Cash. There's some great things that are going to be happening with those cryptocurrencies moving forward, and it's going to be the basis of the new financial system. Okay, so hopefully that answers everybody's question. Hopefully put it on a sticky note and put it on your forehead so you do not forget. Okay, let's get into the next thing. Somebody was asking the question about casino coin. Will it get to 50 cents in the next bull run? Casino coin's been around for quite some time. Online gambling is a big thing right now since COVID and all that wonderful stuff. I don't think the health of that's going to be going very well for the next little while. I don't think it's going to hit that 50 cents in that period of time. It's going to be a little shy of that for the next little while, as people are going to be, I just have this feeling that something else is going to be coming along that's a little bit better. Okay? That happens. Competition is good, right? I do think that price is not going to be doing as well as people had thought it would be doing. So if you've been storing it for any length of time, maybe get some Bitcoin. Of course, not financial advice, of course. And the people are going to be having some financial flow with their currency, the people that are involved in this. I think there's going to be a little bit of a shenanigans behind the scenes with this one. That's what I'm picking up. That's probably where that financial flow card comes into play. That it's maybe going to go a little bit flat, and people are going to be pulling out a great bunch of money for their own pocket and putting it into Bitcoin or something. Okay, so that was Casino Coin, 50 cents. What do we got next? Dogecoin pump. Of course it's going to be pumping. Mr. Everybody who follows Elon. He's not, even though he's the richest person on the planet, doesn't mean he's the smartest person on the planet. Did I just say that out loud? But people follow the richest people in the world, thinking that they're smart for whatever reason. Doesn't mean they do not make mistakes and they do funny things. Yeah, it is going to be pumping, but not to the heights that everybody was thinking that it would be going to. It's just how Dogecoin is structured. Okay, it puts out billions of coins every day or whatever it is. There's no limit to the amount of Doge that can be created per day. So it has a very hard time on collecting value over time, right? Even if they put some burning mechanism on top of Doge, it would never, ever get to the price of Bitcoin, let's say. because there's no limit to the coin. But yes, it will go up in a little while, but not to the heights that everybody was hoping for. It will go up. Keep sitting on it. It has a use, but it won't make you mega rich unless you got billions of these coins, and that sort of thing. People that are involved in this particular situation, they're going to be looking for other avenues to put their currency as soon as it pumps. So it's going to pump, 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 pump. Everybody sells, and they're going to be putting it somewhere else. That's what's going to be happening. And of course, when that happens, when everybody sells at that top point, okay, when everybody's greedy, be afraid. And then it's going to go down, okay? Just the natural progression of cryptocurrencies that we see time and time again. So Dogecoin pump, yes, but it won't be for a long period of time, okay? Let's get into the next one. And somebody asked, will Doge stay up? No. As I just said, they probably got their sell markers at certain points, and when it does pump, they're going to sell that price and put it into Bitcoin or Litecoin or whatever, and that price will drop down like a stone. But that's okay. When it's down, you play the game again. You buy some more Dogecoin if you wish, and it ride it back up in the next wave. It happens in waves every time. So it's just things go up, down. So everything does that all the time. Okay? Just nature of the beast. So Doge will not stay up forever. Okay? And we got the Richard Hart, the Hex, this whole thing with the SEC going on. And I keep picking up that he is going to be okay. He's a smart fella and all that sort of thing. And they got that lawsuit against Richard Hart that he was using some of his money that he made from Hex to buy things. People don't realize that he was already rich. Okay? So this whole thing against Richard Hart is going to be falling flat on its face in due time. It's going to be another loss for the SEC, and I think Richard Hart is going to be pulling out of this okay overall. He's going to get a little battered and bruised and all that sort of thing because these things take forever to resolve themselves because the SEC is corrupt. If you didn't know already, the price of Hex, because of fear, is going to come down. Yeah, it's going to be for 2 to 3 years that they're going to have to go through this cycle with the SEC to get that resolved. So if you're hanging on to some Hex, it's going to be quite some time before it starts to go back up again because of Hex, or the SEC. So just be ready for that. I think Richard Hart is going to be pulling through this no problem. It's just going to be the long process of fighting with the evil, corrupt SEC. Okay, let's get into the next one, which is the Discord. If you're not part of our Discord channel, please do. It is in the description below the thing. The link for that. It's free to join. You can join over 63 people we have there now, and posting and talking and all that sort of thing, being social on the social networks. What a concept. So you can get on there anytime in the link in the description. So all a good time for everybody. Silver Geek asked after the show yesterday, I put in an order for ETH. If it hits $1 in a flash crash, will that actually hit or will it fail for some reason? It would be like, and if you set your thing for that, it'll probably hit very briefly. If they will pay that out is a question, because that's happened in the past with other entities. I think Bitcoin did that a couple years back. And all the people were fighting to get their $1 Bitcoin, but the exchanges went, no, it was a glitch. So that'll be the thing. It'll be a glitch. It does not mean that the exchange is going to pay that out. Okay? Because they'd be losing a lot of money. And it's all to do with money. Okay? Yeah, it is going to happen. Some people are going to get paid out for it. Okay? We don't know the timing on this exactly. So I think some of those buy and sell orders are limited to a certain period of time. So there's that as well. And I think the people that are behind this, probably the exchanges, this one right here, are going to, well, it was just a glitch. We're not going to pay you. Some people might get paid if they're lucky, but it won't be everybody. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Hi, Andre and Yvonne. How looks Aurora or Ethereum token on the next bull run and beyond? Never heard of that one. Not everything on Ethereum is super duper, right? Ethereum itself is pretty good. There's a lot of things that are riding on top of Ethereum that, okay. I think Ethereum will do okay. Its health isn't the greatest. It's not the best that it can be. It's not fulfilling any end user thing. Like if it actually has a use case, I'm not sure, but I'm picking up that it might not. The price will be okay in the next bull run. It won't be anything spectacular. And the people behind it are doing changes to make it more viable as an end product as well. So it'll pump, but it won't be like, wow. It'll be okay. It did okay. I'm going to get it. By the end of next happening, a lot of people are going to be. I swear to you that people are going to say the phrase, I should have just bought Bitcoin in the first place. Bet you any money. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I think a lot of you are going to say that at that period of time. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. What's your reading on the 9-inch crypto token? How will it perform in the next bull run? Again, if it's good, if a crypto is good or bad, everything usually pumps. Okay, just to get that out there. Some will do pretty good for a short period of time, and some will just kind of go flat as people are looking for better and better places to put their crypto for the next happening. We got our friend here, Domino. He's on the table. So just have that in mind as we're going closer and closer to the happening. That all things will pump. the amount of pumping that it will get? Or will people get distracted and go into other things? That happens too, right? I think the health of that particular situation is going to be a good one. Price, it'll be okay. It won't be like ground shattering or anything like that. And I think some of the people behind the scenes are going to be switching sides and maybe putting their that particular cryptocurrency into something else. Something along the way is going to be telling these people, hey, if you put that money into that money, it's going to be much better. So you're going to see a lot of draining from this particular cryptocurrency into something else at that particular time. I'm not saying 9-inch, whatever that is bad. It's just that people get distracted by shiny object syndrome. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Hi, Andre. Do you see Sunak, UK Prime Minister, being replaced by Christmas time? That's the guy that, okay, I'll do the job. And he's not really that prepared or that what's the word? Competent. Okay. Because there was a period of time, if you remember, in the UK, a little bit of history in the last little while is nobody wanted the job. And I guess this Sunak went, I'll do it. Okay. And I think we did a little bit of a reading at that period of time. I think he's just some guy they threw in there just to fill the void. I think he's going to be staying in the health. That doesn't mean he's going to do anything great. Or if he does get replaced by that time, that's nothing. It's just another guy. I'll do it. Okay. I don't think anybody wants that job right now in the UK, unfortunately, or anybody that's any good. That's going to be straightening out that mess. I feel for you guys. We got Trudeau. You got this other guy. Anyways, bad leadership all around. The health of that particular, I think that he's on the way out, but it won't be by Christmas. It's going to be a much later until they got to find somebody to replace him with that's competent. And this is where everybody in the UK should be getting into their local government, or not the countrywide, but the more local for your town or your little city or whatever district, and start doing it that way. It's probably the best way of doing it. Stop relying on some big guy to come along and save you. As I've said many times before, if you can, and if you can do this, get in at the local level. You can start to make changes, big changes in that capacity. Okay, it's easier to get into the local than trying to take on the whole thing, and then you'd have a kind of a patchwork of areas that have good politicians and bad politicians and everything in between. Okay, so stop looking for one person to do it all. Just saying. Okay, what's next? Do I see a flash crash in 2024? We think, I think we already covered this. There'll be a very short one, maybe a few seconds, and then it's going to move on. So yes, because glitches happen. Hey guys, do you pick up any health issues with my dad for the next little while? I I want to start coughing. So it could be respiratory type of situation with him. Yeah, there's going to be a little thing that's going to be happening that's needing to be resolved in the next little while. And I don't think it's something that can be ignored. Okay, so there is going to be something that's going to be on the horizon in the next little while that it's going to be heart and lung type of thing. That's why I feel like I'm going to be coughing. Sympathetic vibration. What's the health expert say? I put her on the spot. She's more attuned to this sort of thing.
Yeah, give me about an hour.
Give her an hour. She'll pick up some.
Well, there's something with circulation problems in his legs.
Circulation. Okay.
That's all I'm missing.
Okay, so circulation, that the blood flow, that sort of thing. So it could lead into some heart problem if not enough blood is pumping around the body. Blood clots, that sort of thing, could be a result of certain medicines that were given. I'm not saying that that's what that is, but it could be. So circulatory systems are going to be an issue for you in the next little while. Okay?
Check with the doctor.
Check with your doctor. Okay? Thank you for that. Hi, Andre. 3-card reading for next week. Everybody's nickel and diming me.
Yeah.
Next week. The next week. I know what you're doing. I do consultations one-on-one, you know, right? Okay, Charles Bovens, for your next week, I think your health is going to be okay overall. Financially, you're going to be coming down a little bit for some reason. I think something around you is going to be changing in your financial part of your life that's gonna hurt a little bit. Maybe you paid too much for something, or you're not paying attention to some cash outflow. So pay attention to that, and you can turn that around for yourself in the next week. There's going to be some family thing that's going to be happening that's going to be much helpful for you in the next week. And it's to do with a female. Okay? Anything more? You'll have to give me a call. Okay? Horse Soldier. It's been a while. SHIB hit 0.005 by end of 2024. Third quarter 2025. Thank you. No. I like SHIB. Horse Soldier likes SHIB. The wife likes SHIB. Everybody likes SHIB. But unfortunately, the way that it's structured, it's really hard to get to that amount of money for SHIB. Okay? For all those SHIB fans that are out there, they just produce too many coins all the time for it to have that scarcity happen, right? There's no scarcity, the price doesn't go up. And that's why they brought in the burning mechanism, right? Which is a smart idea. But it won't get to that point of 2024 or 2025. It's going to be much longer until we get to that 0.005 period. To get to that, we'd have to stop producing coins. We might make it by 2030 for that. Or everybody starts to rush in at the same time, which is not happening at this period of time. It will start to go up and maybe lose a zero when the next pump is, because everybody gets excited and they buy all kinds of things. But it's not probably going to be going to 0.005 in that time period. Okay? Thank you for that.
Lido Dow.
We do now?
Lido Dow. Can I find it?
Okay. Hello, Andre. Can you look at Lido Dow? Health of it seems to be okay at this particular time. I think by the next halving, it'll be doing a little bit better. It's not going to be doing the amount of money that everybody thought it was going to be because of the way that it's set up. And I don't think the price is going to be going up as much as people had thought, since that's what people really worry about. And the people behind the scenes aren't doing the things that they should be doing. And there's going to be some conflict with those people with another entity in the next little while, which is going to be bringing down the price, which in turn is going to cause fear in people selling their little Dow. Okay? When everybody's afraid, it doesn't mean that it's going to be popping up anytime soon in that period because people do weird things. Okay? So it's okay, but I think the price is going to be not too healthy for the next little while because of things be happening behind the scenes. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. When are we going to be rich? Well, for that, you'd have to have some Bitcoin, maybe some Litecoin, some Ethereum. What else? Chainlink, some XRP, some gold and silver, and maybe a little bit of property. Maybe the question should be, when am I going to be rich? Well, if you haven't done any of the things that I just mentioned, or have a business, or anything like that, or looking for those opportunities that happen all the time within chaos, probably never. Okay. If you're thinking cryptocurrencies in general, it's going to be in the next 5 to 10 years. If you're hanging on and you're doing all the right purchases and stuff and just not buying funny coins. Okay, stick with the basics, the top 50 cryptocurrencies, and you'll be just fine. Okay, thank you for that. I noticed he didn't mention Cardano. Will Cardano have its day in the sun, not in the coming bull run in April, but in the following one? Yeah, Cardano is a good one. I just forgot about it. It will do well for what it does. I have Cardano, and I do believe it's going to be doing very, very well in the next coming years. I think it's going to be the second level of cryptocurrencies moving forward, and it is attached to the Ethereum web of Tangle. If you go on the Discord, I posted a kind of a map of how everything's going to be connected together for the new financial system, and Cardano is part of that. Okay, so Hopefully that answers your question. Here's the tip. Go back and find that poster I put up, and it names the coins that are going to be part of the new financial system. That's one part of it. Okay? Do some Google. Find out all the things that are going to be attaching itself to the Ethereum hub. And look at those cryptocurrencies, because those are the cryptocurrencies that are already christened to be part of the new financial system. Okay? That will be a good indicator on where the big players are going to be putting their money and how they're going to be steering the boat into the new system. Give you any ideas? It's kind of like peering into the future. Okay? Now everybody's going to go, hopefully you go out and find that poster map that I posted.
Are you on Zillqa or?
I'm doing Zillqa, and I'm doing the little discussion on
Okay.
how to look for the upcoming cryptocurrencies.
Gotcha.
Wink, 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 wink. Because that's been put forward by the big monkey mucks, right? Zillqa. I like Zillqa. Everybody likes Zillqa. I got Zillqa. Hopefully you got Zillqa too. In the next little while, I think they're going to be having some situation that's not going to be doing so well for them until the new happening, and I think it's going to be doing okay. Okay. It does have the opportunity to be a bigger player in the entirety because of the market that it catering to. Okay. So, yeah. Keep holding on to that Zillqa. It's going to be very lucrative for you. Okay? And have a look at that poster map. Hi, Andre. According to some, the next 2 weeks will be the correction time. BTC 21,000 USD. Thanks. Okay. I do have a feeling that it is going to be coming down a little bit. I don't think it's going to be 21 exactly, but it's going to be coming down for a short period of time when everybody can jump on. But it's going to get tougher and tougher to get your hands on BTC because of what I mentioned in the beginning of the show. Okay? All the large entities are buying Bitcoin at alarming rates. You go and you try to get in at the low level of 21K. You get to the wicket, the basket, the cash out area, and there's none to be had. Oops, you've lost out. This is why I've been encouraging everybody to get their Bitcoin now while they can. Okay, because there's only about 6% of the Bitcoin shown on exchanges right now, which is not a lot of Bitcoin. Everybody's ignoring the Bitcoin at the moment because it's not big price yet. So why buy it? They want to buy it when it's out of reach, right? They don't want to buy it when it's low.
That man says plenty of BTC on Binance.
Is there? Is there enough for everybody? When everybody rushes to go buy it at the last minute? Wow. It's only about 6%, the entire Bitcoin on exchanges. And we're going to start to see that diminish because all the miners are holding on to their Bitcoin. Okay? They want to keep it for themselves because they know something's going to be popping very, very soon. So if you look for the cheapest price right now is the time. Okay, thank you for that question. XRP, XLM, XDC, watch these and next bull run because of crypto regulation. Do you agree? Yes. The fear mongering. Ooh, the SEC is going to be coming after these ones. Oh boy. What happened? What was the rule? Everybody's afraid. Be greedy. When everybody's greedy, be afraid. It works every time. It's not rocket science. I don't know why people don't follow that, but yes, I do agree. Thank you.
That's the last one.
Last one.
That was it.
Make sure you get on our Discord and you can ask a ton of questions for our next show, which is going to be on Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Central and Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. Central. And we do the horoscope reading at, 11 something. So make sure you tune in for that. If you like a personal reading with me, make sure you go to psychreadingsbyandrew.com. All that information is there. If you like a personal healing with my wife, the Reiki Master, that information is also there. And if you'd like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, make sure you get that Trezor cold storage wallet, right, Domino? Meow. That is also on our website. And if you should happen to purchase one from that affiliate link, know that we make a little bit of money from that purchase. I'm a no. Walking on my keyboard. Okay, until we meet again, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye. Meow.